Women who hate men. That's what many people think the sisters of the Red AJAH are. How narrow-minded. What a foolish perspective to take. One that has propagated the current state. Even amongst the sisterhood, the Red AJAH is reviled, feared, set apart, ever shunned by those stiff-lipped Aes Sedai who would never dare sully themselves by coming into contact with the male half of the One Power. 3,000 years ago, our world was teetering on the brink of destruction. The Dark One had woken and launched a staggering assault on the forces of the light. Battle after battle left the defenders retreating, their commanders having to adjust to the realities of war. Theirs had been an era of total peace, no violent disputes. It's nigh incomprehensible, isn't it? Backed up against the wall, panicked and frightened, the Order Aes Sedai turned on itself. At the penultimate moment, its two greatest and most influential leaders, Luis Therin Telamon and Latra Posai Desume, had opposing ideas on what course of action should be taken. They bickered and quarreled, their allies loudly voicing their respective support and disparaging the opposite party. As it happened, the division was on the basis of gender. Odd. The cautious matrons of the Order were for Latra Posai, and the young hotheads, the most vocal of which refer to themselves as the 100 Companions, sided with Luis Therin. Frustrated at the impasse, the Dragon and his 100 Companions launched a surprise attack on Shai Ghul. The operation turned the tables, and the forces of the light were able to trap the Forsaken, to seal them away and patch the seal in the bow itself. The mission was a success of glorious proportions. In one fell swoop, the threat to the world had been neutralized. But scarcely had the people begun to rejoice than they were pricked by the Dark One's dart. In those moments before the seals were placed, that entity corrupted the power being used to leash it, the male half of the One Power that turns the wheel of time itself. It was poisoned and turned against its wielders. All men who could channel were thus doomed to madness and death. That madness broke the world. That madness ended the Age of Legends and reshaped the places, peoples, and their beliefs. It scarred us all. Even now, all these thousands of years later, the world is still broken. The Red AJAH finds men who can channel and neutralizes the threat they pose. It only takes one poor fool racked by delusions and driven by suspicions and unreality. One of these can level towns and villages, slay thousands, launch an avalanche of consequences that we would be unable to bear. You remember, I remember, embedded in all our psyches the memory of the turmoil and privations that racked our ancestors during the breaking. The notion that the world could ever be forced to relive such horrors is haunting. The Red AJAH thus serves a purpose, one unique in all the sisterhood. Theirs is a duty, a grim, thankless duty, without which the world would surely unravel.